everyone, welcome to another Infinity Nikki styling video. I'm very excited because today we're gonna be taking a look at outfits I made using pieces from this banner, Blossom on the Breeze. I already did a full dye showcase of both of these outfits, which you can check out. I will talk about the pieces I gravitated towards the most and other challenges I may have encountered. If you've already pulled on this banner, I provide the code so you can just copy them. Even if you don't have all the pieces, you can use this as inspiration. I will also talk about my thought process behind each outfit and the dyes I've used, just so you don't accidentally waste your dye currency because those are hard to come by. So, without further ado, we change the time of day to morning. So this was the first outfit I made. As soon as I pulled for this outfit, I had to make a witch, and I thought the mermaid hair would go so well with this hat. Just look at her from the back. So for the dress, I used the glow up version of the dress. I haven't gotten to any part in the main story where she changes into this outfit yet, but usually in those parts, she will take on the first or default dye you have set for the base outfit. So I didn't want to mess that up, so I went with the glow up version of the dress. So these are all free dyes on the dress. I didn't unlock any dyes. As for the hair, I went with the mermaid hair. And okay, yeah, so I used this dye here, which is not free. I think I have everything unlocked for this. In case you don't want to waste your currency, if this doesn't appeal to you, you could just change it. This also works very well. For the shoes, I went with the Wishful Rosa shoes, dyed in free colors. I didn't give her any socks since the Arosa shoes do have those vines going there, and the hats. So my most favorite piece from this set would have to be the dress followed by the hat. After making the outfits, maybe I like the hat even better. So these are also all free dyes. Okay, for the earrings, I used the mermaid earrings. You can't see the fins really, but the mermaid earrings don't just come with fins. There's also this moon earring here, and I thought that looked witchy. And yeah, I did use palette 6 here. Yeah, just palette 6. For the neckwear, I used Shattered Reflections. So this is from Rosy Reverie, the 4-star that came with the mermaid banner, and I did dye it. Okay, yeah. But like just used that one color, but it looks fine without the dye as well. I don't know why I dyed it since it makes so little difference. When you import using the code, you could uncheck this if you don't want to import the dye and spend your currency. For the choker, I used this from the default floating outfit. So it's this Bubbly Voyage Mount Gale. I assume it's the glowed up version. I don't think I evolved it. Yeah, so it's the black version. I just dyed it a little. So here I thought this looked witchy as well. And for the gloves, I went with the gloves that came with this outfit. So it's not gloves really, it's like a palm accessory. Also, like it's a ring. It wraps around her finger like this, and I think it looks really nice. And for the handheld, since she's supposed to be a witch, I gave her this wand, Born for Miracles. You could get the sketch for this for completing the version 1.7 storyline, playful season. I don't know if it's available anymore, but in case you joined after, I mean, she's still a witch, just a witch without a wand. For the base makeup, I went with dark circles because I wanted to give her eyes a smoky look, and this was the best option I had. Delicate Moonlight for the eyebrows. These are free from Teenies. And Beyond the Rain for the lashes. I really do like the lashes from this banner a lot. For the contact lenses, I went with Bloom Among Rain. Now, I will say I don't gravitate towards these makeup pieces much at all. The lashes and the lipstick are what I reach for, but I don't think I actually used the lipstick in my stylings this time, but I do like it a lot. So here I used Bittersweet Thoughts for the lipstick from the permanent banner. And I am using Twilight Reflections for the skin tone. So here she is, Passionate Banquet, Nikki's base skin tone, and Muller Snow. Now I will do a close up so you can see the makeup in different skin tones. As for the Eureka, I just gave her this hand Eureka Afterglow. I had this in purple, iridescent actually, but the code doesn't copy Eureka. You can decide whether you want to use Eureka or not. So I will show you what she looks like in the overworld. Oh, yeah, the time of day also affects how she looks a lot, and the in-game location. Here she is. This is the next look I made. So if you've seen my video where I collected all the Wishfield Volume 2 furniture sketches, you've already seen her. This was more of a styling without any dyes whatsoever, but I did end up using dyed pieces. I'll get to that so you don't waste your currency, but we had that Stardew Valley collab, which was over in a flash. I don't play that game, but I have watched gameplay of it, and they do have these festivals, right? So I was thinking some sort of village or small town festival where she won a competition. So the village bell, maybe for her garden. That's what I was thinking. So I just wanted to have an overall floral theme here, and also I used the glow up version of this dress, not dyed at all, the 4 star, because the ability for the 5 star has a broom, and the broom is green no matter what. So she looks amazing on the broom. Yeah, I really love this dress. This might be my favorite version of the 4 star dress. So this is the original, this is the glow up, this is the evolution. And then I used the base version of the 5 star hair, since this hair also comes with these flowers. I thought about dyeing them, but then yeah, the white worked, so I left it. And I did make this version, but I don't know, the blonde. Oh, yeah, the blonde just worked. And then yeah, here's where the dyeing part comes in. So I used Misty Veil from Misty Poetics as the outerwear, and I already had this dyed, so this is what I used. But I think the original works very well because this part is kind of pink and there are a lot of pink flowers here. She even has pink makeup. This is a 3 star though, so these dyes are a lot easier to come by. I think I had a bunch of these unlocked during the dyeing event, so yeah, I gave her this one. As for the shoes, now here's where I struggled a lot because this dress, I mean, you can see here it's shiny, like this part, very much like the Enchanted Encounter dress. You can't tell in all kinds of lighting, but during the night, in the Sea of Stars, in the realm of nourishment, yeah, this is reflective. So with that, these shoes look a bit off. So maybe um, this is her daytime look. During nighttime, she'll switch to fancier shoes. So I do not gravitate towards the 5 star shoes at all. So maybe this could work. Actually, it looks pretty nice here, but I wanted to give her more flowers. So the shoes I used were these Floral Stroll from the, I mean, it's a 3 star, so I think from Marquez. Somewhere in game this is free. And if you have these, the Cloud Daydreams shoes, Jade Glint, the glow up version, these also work only during nighttime when the dress is super glowy. I gave her the base version of the hair accessories, so flowers, they're so pretty. And then Starry Benediction for the headwear, and here I also dyed it a little bit. Here it is without the dyes. I don't think it makes much of a difference at all, but I just covered up the blue with pink. For the earrings, I used Bee's Message. I think this is also from the. Okay, yeah, it's from Honey Hunt. This was an event outfit in version 1.5. I don't think it's obtainable right now, but in that case, you can just use the earrings it came with. Or, oh, wait. These actually work very well. Pedal murmurs. If you don't have that, just switch it out with these or anything else that you might like. For the gloves, I used white ripples from the 5-star set again. So these aren't dyed at all, just the base version. So the base version of the 5-star dress and the glow up version of the 4-star dress, they match really well. So you can use the accessories combined. And I really do not like the fact that this chest accessory exists because it is not versatile. It doesn't change its position much at all with different tops and dresses. And it only exists to up the piece count from 9 to 10 on the 5-star. So I made it a point to add chest accessories even though yeah, I didn't need to. I don't know, I was salty. So here's the dress, and I just added this field posy from Afternoon Shine, which is the default bug catching outfit. You see the colors, they blend in so well, and it's not even dyed. And for the handheld, I really wanted to use the sunflowers, but yeah, it didn't end up happening on any of the outfits. So yeah, here's what that would look like. But I gave her this bouquet. I think you get this by completing the permanent mirror crown, the one that has 45 stars, not the one that resets every 2 weeks. She won something. That was the idea. And for the makeup, I used Rosy Sunset. I really like this base makeup. It gives her this, blush. There's a bit of blush on her nose too. And I think it looks great on all of the skin tones. For contact lenses, I went with Dainty Yellow instead of this. Yes, although this works very well too. I don't know. Maybe this makes her look a bit supernatural, so this is more human. These are from the permanent banner. Rose and Blossom for the lips, again from the permanent banner. And I am using Twilight Reflection, so here she is. Passionate Banquet. Nikki's base skin tone. And Moonlit Snow. Close up so you can see the makeup. Now I did use Eureka, but they're like very tiny. So yeah, Wind's Rhythm Hands, these tiny bees flying around the flowers here. I mean, it's around her hands, but it looks like they're, here for the flowers. I thought that looked nice. And Rose Heart Feet, just because I had them in the colors that would match. So green. Here she is in the overworld. And here's what she looks like on the broom. You see? And I will change the time of day to show what I mean. I don't know if it'll look the same here, but in the Sea of Stars, the shoes do look a bit off. Okay, you can see that, but I'll move here where there's more light. I mean, kind of. You see, the dress is very reflective. So, yeah, maybe you want to give her shinier shoes for that. This was the third outfit I made, and when I did the full dye showcase of the 4-star outfit, I did say that this hair reminded me of a mad scientist. So I thought, why not make a mad scientist? So here she is, and yeah, let's go through it quickly. So the hair, I went with the evolved version of the hair because this does have a gradient, and I picked this color solely because I wanted to use this outerwear, and this is not dyeable. So there's this one, Golden Elegance, and so I had to match that. So I used the hair. It is kind of green. Okay, let me change the time of day again. She's a steampunk scientist. Here, the electrician outfit, dress, or top and bottom combined. And I don't think I have anything for this unlocked. These are all free. Yeah, so all free dyes, the electrician outfit, the outerwear, and then for the shoes, you probably have ideas for better shoes, but I went with the Blossoming Future shoes. We got these for free last patch, and also these are free colors. Oh, the hair is dyed in free colors too. And for the hair accessory, these are from Wheat and Sunlight, our current event outfit that we can get by doing tasks if you're watching this during golden season. Let me remove the hat. So yeah, it goes around here and here. She does have that tiny ponytail there. So I thought that looked nice. But then I added this hat from the fireworks outfit. So this is also free. You can get this by going to the firework aisles, and these are also free colors. For the neckwear, I used this cherished moment. I did want to use this. I thought this looked very nice, but only in wardrobe. I left the wardrobe and then it looked way too shiny and did not fit the vibe at all, so I changed it. For the bracelet, I used Gentle Touch Mount Gale from Bubbly Voyage Mount Gale, the glow up version of the default floating outfit. Glowed up version of the buck catching gloves from the permanent banner. And yes, I think the hat and this eye patch face decoration, these kind of make the look. So this is also from the fireworks outfit, dyed in free colors. For the makeup, dark circles because she's overworked, not getting that breakthrough she's hoping for. Glacial Dream from the Mermaid banner, actually. Oh, yeah, because kind of sad. I wanted to give her that look. An overworked scientist and eyelashes. Whispering Winds. These are free from Teamies. Dainty Yellow again from the permanent banner, and it matches her outfit. Pink Cloud for the lips, and Passionate Banquet is the skin tone I used. So here she is in Twilight Reflections. Nikki's base skin tone, and Moonlit Snow. Close up of the makeup. And no Eureka. I think I tried giving her Eureka, but none of them really worked. So here she is. Oh, yeah, the time of day. I'll change it to daytime again. So here she is. I'm going by the order in which I made the outfit. So this was the fourth outfit I made, and the idea was a magical girl, a trainee witch who goes to a magical school, maybe. I really like this outfit. Let's start with the hair. I just used the base version of the 4-star hair, and then I dyed the evolved version of the 4-star dress, but these are all free colors. So original dyes. And then I used this outerwear from Rebirth Wish, and these are free colors as well. I did use these socks from the 5-star. I do like these. It's just that, yeah, unless it's a short dress, you don't really get to see. The 5-star dress does have a slit, but still. Yeah, so free colors again. And for the shoes, I really like this style, Mary Jane's. So these are the Stardew Valley collab shoes, and I dyed it 3 colors here. And okay, you can't really see much of it here, but yeah, the accessories from the 5-star and dyed in free colors, and the hat. This hat is amazing. So like, if you don't care for the ability and are thinking of pulling on the banner for a few pieces, like usually I recommend picking the dress or the hair for your Ocean's Blessing, but if you don't care for any of those, this hat. So this is the base version of the hat, dyed in free colors. The gloves from the glow up version of the dress. Yeah, because when I did the dye showcase, I remembered that the glow up version of these gloves dyed better than the others. And I matched it to this, the dress. And why is she wearing that? Okay, she doesn't need to. And for the handhelds again, the witch's wand. It's supposed to be a fairy wand, but it can be whatever you want it to be. That's the point. I do wish it was dyeable so I could dye this part, but it's so tiny, so it's fine. Yeah, for the makeup. Snow Nocturne from the Mermaid set. I did overuse this makeup, you'll see. And Graceful Shadow for the eyebrows, Whispering Winds for the lashes. So these are both free. Shattered Starlight for the lenses, craftable, part of the Sea of Stars set. And I gave her no lipstick because I don't know, she's in school, a magical school, but this is a personal thing. I didn't start wearing lipstick till I started university. So I wanted her to have a nude lipstick look or no lipstick look, and there is no lipstick that worked that same way for all of the skin tones. And just like in real life, there is no one perfect shade that looks the same on all skin tones. So yeah, no lipstick it is. So I'm not using any skin tones. So here she is in Nikki's base skin tone. Do notice the stockings. I kind of dyed it to make this part look like her skin tone, but it does look a bit darker even on Nikki's base skin tone. So maybe it's a bit tinted, so it will look different on different skin tones. So here she is, Moonlit Snow. Twilight Reflections, and Passionate Banquet. Okay, maybe here it looks a bit lighter. I don't know, you could adjust it, but I think it looks fine. Maybe, like I said, it's a bit tinted. And here's the makeup. You see what I meant about the lipstick? And for the Eureka, I went with Masked Magic Head, Afterglow Hands, and Masked Magic Feet because I had them all in purple. So yeah. Momo, go away. Okay, fine. Yeah. Here's the dress. Here's what she looks like. And on the broom. And here's the next look. So this was entirely based around the Starlit shop because I saw the Starlit shop items and they looked so decora, like Harajuku. I'm a big fan of that kind of style, so I had to, And this hair, I don't know if it's a glitch. If it is, I hope they don't fix it because when I was doing the dye showcase for this, yeah, I found out that the base version of the hair dyes purple lilac for these two colors. So okay. um yeah, so I really like this color and I wanted to use it. Yeah, that's it. So I based the entire outfit around that. And yeah, I used the it's the dyeing menu. I used the Starlit Shop pants. Now, yeah, the top is long, so it does cover up the cute frilly parts there, but I really like this top here, So this is from Spring Bloom Enchantment and all free colors, by the way. I can't take much credit for this because you see the colors I used, it dyes beautifully. Then I used the Starlit Burst shoes, the shrinking outfit. Yeah. And I dyed just a tiny bit. You can just not because this is what it looks like without the dyes. I just dyed some parts pink, free pink. And for the hair accessory, I used these from the 5-star set. They do look very pretty. For the headwear, I used this hat from Cloud Daydreams and I think dyed in free colors. Yeah, all free. And this one actually works even without the dyes. You see, it matches this top so well. Oh, yeah, I just wanted to cover up the red. That's why I dyed it. But those are free. This hair does cover up her ears a lot, but I did give her these earrings, Wings of Longing. So, yeah, this is from Marquez's store. Oh, these cute hearts and bows. For the neckwear, I went with colorful accents. So the balloon necklace from Cloud Daydreams, Blessing Nebula for the bracelet. So this one, flowing ripple for the choker. So this is from the default floating outfit, the base version this time. Never played for the gloves from Mistbound Whispers. Now you might think this doesn't really fit the vibe. In that case, you can just remove it or use something else. For me, I liked it. So also it's purple, matches the hair. And I almost never use glasses because, it covers up the makeup and everything, so you could remove that. But I thought these were cute. I dyed them in three colors. You can dye the lenses, by the way, because, okay, here's the original. That covers up so much. And yeah, my gripes with the chest accessories. Since I pulled for them, I'm gonna use it. If not, like, yeah, it doesn't make much of a difference at all. And if you wanted to, you could use these free chest accessories that we already have in game. But yeah, I used this from the base version of the 5-star set, but I dyed it in three colors. And also, I don't gravitate towards these wings at all. Like I didn't use them. I did use the Momorain Starry Colors backpack dyed in three colors. So this is the evolved version of the Momorain outfit, which was a heartfelt gift you could get. If you joined after version 1.5, you don't have this, but maybe they'll bring it back. If not, other backpack or no backpack, because this still looks fine, Wanted to make her look as cute as possible. And for the handheld, I wanted to use this, but I feel like I overuse it. I also wanted to use this, but that covered up the flower. So this was the initial plan. And so I went with this because the colors match. And also, what would be really cool? So this is for walking your dog. Blue. We do have an animal lodge in our housing system, but a poodle you could trim to make it look different. That would be so cool. Like Nikki needs a pet. Momo's not a pet. Momo's not even a cat. It's from the Momo clan. But like in Pokemon X and Y, there was this Pokemon called Furfro, and you could trim its fur to make it look different. There were so many different variations. So something like that would be really nice. Maybe she could walk the dog with a leash as well. Yeah, Pokemon X and Y had a huge fashion focus. Another Pokemon game with a fashion focus would be a dream, but maybe a Pokemon collab someday in Fold, please. That would probably get me to spend. Anyway, so for the makeup, I'm using Snow Nocturne for the base makeup. Like I said, I overused the mermaid base makeup because it's so pretty. Graceful shadow for the eyebrows, skyward clouds from the dragon banner for the lenses, but I think I did that before putting on the glasses because you can still see. And I did like the fun colors it added because I think she likes fun colors. And again, Shatter Starlight for the lenses. These lenses and this base makeup, they're working overtime. And Golden Kiss for the lips. I think I said this is from the permanent banner in a lot of my older videos, but no, this is the Arosa makeup, craftable. And I am using Passionate Banquet for the skin tone, so here she is. Twilight Reflections, Nikki's base skin tone, and Moonlit Snow. Close up of the makeup. I did want to give her the candy Eureka, but then yeah, decided not to, but I think this does work. Here's what she looks like in the overworld. More lights. I'll make it daytime. Yeah. Here she is. She is so cute. She just needs a pet dog to hold on a leash, Come on. And yeah, on the broom. So this was supposed to be the final look, but just before I sat down to make this video, I thought I really did not give the 5-star dress a chance because I do keep gravitating towards pieces from the 4-star because I like it way more than I thought I would. So here's the final look I made just now. Yeah. Okay, I'll go through the pieces one by one. So first of all, I picked the base version of the dress. Yeah, I said I didn't want to ruin any cutscenes, but then I thought, no, I should try dyeing the base version of the dress, and it dyes better than the glow up version in my opinion. better depends on what you're looking for. It dyes more true color compared to the glow up version. Like there's not a drastic difference like last season's dress, but there is a difference. So let me remove the outerwear so you can look. So yeah, here's the dress, three colors. So yeah, it does kind of look like the base glow up version of the dress, but it's not entirely the same, as you can see. Uh, yeah, so the idea was a mermaid. This is supposed to be sea foam. Since this bottom part of the dress does look like the mermaid skirt, I did pull on the mermaid banner. I didn't complete it. I have the top. I don't have the skirt. I really wanted to use the dragon hair because I don't get enough use out of it because it is very specific. Unlike the cat banner hair, it's not versatile. So this is for very fantasy looks, and mermaid is fantasy. So I did use unlocked dies here, so palette 6. And yeah, for the accessories and these, I just used free dice. But yeah, I think like this color also works, this worked, this worked, and even the not dyed black version, the glow up white version, all of them work. But yeah, I thought mermaid, and even if I don't want to, when I think mermaid, in the back of my mind, Ariel's always there. So yeah, the orange hair. And for socks, I used these from Silvergale's Aria because it reminded me of the mermaid pendants, which I don't have. For the shoes, I'm using the dragon banner shoes. I dyed it in a free color. For the hair accessory, so Grains of Yesterday, Distant Song. Yeah, this is from the evolved version of the 4-star. I was thinking maybe coral and other stuff she would decorate her hair with underwater. And I used the mermaid earrings, ear fins again, but this time it's not dyed. So this time the fins are the focus, not the earrings. I did use the necklace that came with the 5-star serene line spindle budding. This is the glow up version and dyed in free colors. I removed this, sorry, the dragon banner outerwear, clouded long. Now, this is the original. Okay, I did dye it and I did use some non-free dyes. I'll show you. So all the blue is free, but for area 4 and area 9, I did use palette 6 because I kind of wanted to match her hair. The original was red. If you don't want to unlock any dyes, just uncheck that. Even if you do import it, you can go into dyes and then here you can just manually change this to something else and then save that. I have that unlocked, so I used it. I think she looks really nice and I really wish she would hover like this. But she doesn't in the overworld. She'll just stand normally. Yeah, for the makeup, like I said. The mermaid makeup and the Sea of Stars lenses, they're carrying. And Arcan Clouds for the eyebrows from the Dragon banner. Beyond the Rain for the lashes from this banner, the Witch banner. And the mermaid lipstick because it is so unique, but I don't really get to use it much. So I thought this worked really well with the colors used. And I'm not using any skin tone, so here she is in Nikki's base skin tone. Moonlit Snow, Twilight Reflections, and Passionate Banquet. Close up. And here she is in the overworld. And on the broom. Yeah, as much as I dislike the fact that the broom is always green, it's not so bad because you can manipulate the filters to make it look different. For example, this outfit. Yeah, so I will put up a picture where I made her look good with the broom using the in-game filters. But I do wish the broom was a more neutral color, maybe gold or silver. The other floating outfit that has a similar accessory to speak is the crane outfit, Wings of Wishes. So If you have that, let me know. Does the fact that you can't change the color of it bother you? I don't think it should because it is golden and that's the neutral color. Yeah, so those were the outfits. I will put the codes in the comments, and if you don't see codes and I've just posted it today, it means I'm asleep because yeah, I schedule these and I have a weird sleep schedule. So I will post them when I wake up. So it should be there within 24 hours. These are kind of my favorite kinds of videos to make because I really do love the styling. So if there's any particular kind of styling you would like to see me do leave that in the comments. A particular styling challenge or styling a particular piece or banner. I am free to play, so I'm limited by the items I have, but I will try my best. So feel free to comment down below what you'd like to see. And if you enjoyed this video and would like to see more Infinity Nikki stylings and pulls and gameplay and other fashion games, consider subscribing. And I'm really not trying to convince you to pull if you don't like this banner. In fact, I do have another video in the works. I did make outfits with this season's theme using none of the pieces from this banner, so you can look forward to that. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!